Good morning and welcome to day 30. Woohoo! That's awesome. Oh, good morning. So it's 7 o'clock and we've been on trail for about half hour. We decided last night that we would not do the additional 5 miles. We were feeling a little tired from our huge climbs and scrambling and all of it. And so we decided that we saw a nice campsite and we thought, well, a mile in, so we did one extra mile. A mile into it, we said, why don't we just stay here and make it up in the morning, start up early. So we woke up at 5 this morning and we were out of camp around 6:30, so it was really good. It was really strange last night though. We all wanted to go to sleep really early, and there's a ski resort close to where we are, and they had a show and the music was echoing, so we're like, here we are, we're trying to sleep early and we can't because of the music. But very kindly at 9 o'clock it was over, so we were able to fall asleep shortly after that, which was great. We all slept well and rose at 5 and got the things done, the routine done this morning, and we're on trail. So this means that today we're gonna have to do a 14 miler, which is okay. I think it's big and mileage wise, but we don't have any big climb to do. It's pretty much flat. We're on the ridge of the mountain, and we'll descend only when we get into the next town, which is called Wind Gap. So the other 3 that we were hiking with did go on to all the way to the original plan. Had to go through a big branch here, and so they're probably not starting as early as us, so maybe we'll catch up with them. But if not, we'll catch up with them in town, which is fine. The other reason for starting early is it's much not as hot, and that helps with the water situation. We're pretty much all rationing our water intake. Looks like the first place that we might, and I say might, get water is 7 miles out, and we hope that there is some there, and if not, at every road crossing we look for trail angel who might have left jugs of water. There's often jugs of water left, but with the drought and with the stretch that just doesn't have a lot of water source anyhow, even in good times, we get to these crossing with water jugs. Sometimes they're there, but they're empty, so that doesn't really help us very much. So anyway, we're rationing our intake, and again, starting early this morning kind of helps as well. So it's a beautiful morning. All is well. The body feels good. The feet are good. It's amazing how much the feet hurt when you arrive at camp, and when you go to bed, often my feet are like throbbing. They're aching so much, burning. But you wake up in the morning and thank God the night's rest and the blood circulation and the gentle stretching and massage does the trick. So we're happy about that. All right, so that's it for now. Sorry you keep seeing my beautiful heart. It reminds me of Jacques. I love you, chérie. I miss you. I hope you're doing okay. All right, have a great day, everybody. Got to catch up with the crew. Whew. Good morning again. So good news for today. It's 10:30 and The trail has been magnificent. I mean, like this, just like a walk in the woods in a neighborhood. Of course, every now and then some rocks, but they're so totally manageable in comparison to what we've had to deal with. And so 10:30 and we have 7 miles done. So we're halfway through the day already, and it's 7:30. I mean 7:30. It's 10:30. So we're super excited. We found water at a crossroad. There were a dozen jugs. Most of them were empty, but two or three had some left in it. So we're able to refill our water, which is really helpful. And even put a little bit on my CNOC, my little bag that I use to collect dirty water, and just to carry a little extra. So I think we're going to be totally fine to get into town without finding any more water now. Particularly that we started so early. It isn't hot. The weather is really spectacular right now, so that's really cool. So halfway, we passed the point where we would have camped last night, and to our amazement, the Heffernan family was still there, and they were in their tent. So after getting late last night, they probably decided that they're going to sleep in, I guess. And they only had from where they were about 9 miles to go. So that's really not too bad at all. Anyhow, changing hands. Anyhow, if the trail continues like that, it's going to be early in town, and I am hoping to get to a few stores, whatever they've got. I don't know how big the town is, but yesterday, coming down some of those rocks, one of my pole broke. Elaine, your pole that you gave me broke. I'm carrying it in my backpack now. So I'm going hiking today, and I'm lucky that the trail is easy because I'm going hiking with only one pole. So I'm hoping that I can find a set of pole to buy in town. If not, I'll order some from Amazon and have it delivered to Delaware Gap, which we should be in Delaware Gap in a day or two. So I think from Wind Gap, it's 17 miles, so likely we won't do it in one day. We'll probably break it up, but that means we'll get into Delaware early in the day, which will be great. Though that would make it arriving on a Sunday, I believe, and the post office is closed on Sunday, so we'll have to just pick up things on Monday morning at the post office. But we would have the leisurely afternoon in Delaware Gap, and we're proposing to go to the Deer Head Inn, which is a nice hotel in town and inn, but apparently it's the oldest jazz, I don't want to say club, but jazz place in the United States. And on Sunday night they have a show. We're thinking that maybe we'll go there, have a meal, and hear some music. And then the next morning we would go to the post office, pick up our stuff, and then head out. And tonight we're staying at a motel, but we're not staying in the motel. The motel makes the lawn of their property available for through hikers, so we can pitch our tent there. And that's the plan. And then at Delaware Gap, right next to the Deer Head Inn, is a church, and they do the same. You can pitch your tent on their lawn. So far, those are the plans. Anyhow, I will put this away and join the others. Whoops, a little bug. Whew. progress report done.
There it is. Jumped in there. They run it, they hide.
They're so tiny.
Yeah, that one.
Did you see how tiny it was? Hi, sweetie. I'm okay. I'm okay. He's just curious.
Oh, wow.
Hi, baby. Hi. Oh. Of course, you can't go a day without having rocks and the rock descent. And I had to do this with one pole because, as mentioned earlier, one pole is broken. This is our last mile, less than a mile. This is what happens with the trail. Like, you have these protruding rocks, pointy rocks. This is a little stretch of nice path, and then you go on to more rocks. Given I only have one pole, I will not film and manage to try to focus on my steps. Up this road, and this is where we're going, the Gateway Motel, but not to stay inside. It will just be to camp, maybe, but we have another option which is in town as well, so we will see what we will decide to do.